Hey guys, Bades1 here. I'm here with a review for Money in the Bank 2016. I did a review earlier on today with Dylan as soon as the event finished, but I was pretty foolish as to go on the internet and go on the WWE network, and because I was using OBS, this software here, um, I had done a full screen capture recording of the event basically, and yeah, it wasn't a very good idea because yeah, I'll show you Ambrose there in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This is just a photo, so hopefully this is not really going to get me into any kinds of shit, but I'm going to get off that right now. There's no audio or anything on this video, so really a photo should not get me into any shit, I don't think. But it got copyrighted because I had a little, like, there was bits where I'd showed them in the video, certain bits in the show, like little bits of video, and I kind of fucked up when I did that. But enough about that, and I'm gonna just get into this review. Basically, Money in the Bank. I'll get a few photos. I'll break the show down for you. I started watching from the pre-show. It pretty much went for about 4 hours, but the pre-show, there was two, because there was 4 matches advertised for the pre-show. They only did 2 because they went overtime, and they had other bits where people were talking and whatnot. I'm not going to really talk about the pre-show matches because no one's really interested in that. I'm just going to get to this main show, which is the beginning. The first match was the tag team match. So, Money in the Bank. I just want Money in the Bank. I'll just write that. But yeah, it was a tag team match. It was a great match, guys. I really didn't. I didn't know if it would be as good or as bad. I just kind of went in and I thought, okay, hopefully these guys are going to tear the house down. They did alright. They weren't, like amazing or anything, but they surely had their moments, and it was kind of reminiscent of the SummerSlam 2015 tag team match, because that, a few botches here and there, and it was a well-rounded match though. What else? Next we before I get into the next one, I forgot to mention New Day are still the champs. So sorry for the vagueness there. Next match was I think it was the women's match. No, it wasn't. It was Dolph and Baron Corbin. Such a boring match. It was so slow paced, and Dolph was just basically selling for Baron Corbin the whole time, and it was pretty much just a squash match for Baron, because Baron, he's been given a lot of squash matches on Raw and SmackDown, and that was a lot of his NXT career, was just squash matches. He looks like a legitimate star. If you look at Baron Corbin, you think, well, this guy could be a new, brand new CM Punk. He could be as good as CM Punk if you give him the right platform. He just needs the skill set. He needs to adapt. He needs to learn a lot more in terms of ring psychology, and not just kind of walk around the ring, stare out into the crowd, stomp on someone, get him in a hold, and doing that sort of thing. So it'd be great to see him break out and see him get a bit more of a move set under him, and not only that, just have a more entertaining match, because just putting a lock and a hold on someone and holding them down and just kicking them when they're on the ground, it's not that entertaining, and a lot of people aren't going to be entertained by that, and I see why people boo him. I try to support Baron Corbin and get behind him and say, well, you know what, he looks like a star. And I lost my shit at WrestleMania when he won the Battle Royal. I thought, yes, yes, yes. I didn't know much about Baron Corbin at the time, but I just thought it was just perfect for him, really. What else? Next we had the Divas match. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, the Fatal 4-Way. What do you mean the Fatal 4-Way? I did not forget that. I already spoke about it. Next we had Charlotte, Becky Lynch tag. Terrible. I honestly didn't watch much of it. I thought it was rather boring, cringeworthy. Not cringeworthy, that's probably taken a bit too far. I just found it to be very bathroom breakish, because I'm still kind of it feels very much like it's still the Divas phase. They're saying it's a new era, women's division, and they're trying to branch away and get away from this whole Divas thing, the Diva label. I think maybe the reason why they're calling it women's division now is because maybe the women's backstage were doing a bit of politics and trying to change it around and get the name changed because they want to be taken seriously. And I'm all for that, but they're not giving the women the platform to do that. They're not giving them compelling storylines. They're not giving them that much to go with, because I see Raw each week, and every time Charlotte comes out, for the last 3 months, every time Charlotte has come out, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go, we got 19 minutes of just sitting through boring bullshit because there's nothing going for her or any rivalry she's in or anything. It's just that title feels like it's just not gonna leave her until Sasha Banks comes back, and it feels like there's no women that can pose a threat or anything. It just doesn't feel like things are that heated up. Sorry guys. It just, when I think about the women's division and I think about the women's championship and I think about who could legitimately pose a threat to Charlotte's title reign, Becky Lynch can't right now, obviously. I honestly thought she was worthy to pose a threat. I honestly thought that Becky Lynch would have been the right one to place the belt on at WrestleMania. I thought that would have been perfect, but they kept Charlotte with the belt, and I actually thought if there was going to be someone to walk out with the belt, I wanted it to be either Becky Lynch or Charlotte. Charlotte, because it'd be cool to see her have a pretty good long reign. She does decent matches. I know Sasha Banks is a good little
fan favourite.
She's a fan favourite, but she's a good little fasty pasty. But at the same time, I find her annoying to watch. Reason being, and I know I might get a bit of hate for that, but her voice is so annoying. And if you have a quality that, and it really depends. You don't want to be annoying and be the top face. I find that the women's division, you can find that so many of their rivalries and the things they go on about and the things they feud over is so annoying. Like recently, the feuds have been ridiculous, and at the end of the match, basically Charlotte won. Whoop-de-doo. Natalya was frustrated at the end of the match. She just lashed out at Becky, beat the shit out of her, and on the way walking out of the arena, she started crying. And it's just like, okay, well, what's this? What kind of heel turn is this? If you're going to turn heel, you should turn heel completely. You shouldn't be acting like you're emotionally conflicted. Like, I don't know what they're going with that. Honestly, don't know. I'm assuming Becky Lynch is going to be pissed as all shit, and she's going to want to confront Natalya. That's going to lead to a feud with them two, most likely. So there's that. That's that done and out of the way with. Next we had... What did we have next? What was after the Divas, bro?
AJ Styles versus John Cena.
After the Divas?
Yeah.
No, it was Apollo and Sheamus, that's right.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it was Apollo and Sheamus.
I don't care.
I forgot because I didn't care. Just like Brie didn't care. This match was so boring, and I really hoped these guys, you know, the whole New Era thing, it would have been great to see Sheamus bring his A game. He did a few cool moves, but that's it. Just a few cool moves, and the match was so boring, slow-paced. I thought with Apollo being, you know, the flip artist that he is and the fast guy that he is, he would put on a better match, but it was just shit. And I'm not going to get in depth about it because it was exactly that. It was shit, and I don't care if you get some people on there, but I that, you know, on the internet, that, you know, I might have some haters because I'm, you know, picking at certain things here, but Apollo Crews needs more to his character. He needs more. It can't be just the good wrestler. That doesn't work. You need to have character. And at the moment, Apollo Crews, it's going to be hard for him to find himself, you know. And he really needs to do that. He needs to find who he is. The creative team needs to give him a gimmick and give him a personality. It's kind of like, it's like my feelings on Cesaro. I think he's amazing in ring. He's absolutely amazing. But do I know who he is? No, I don't know who he is. I know who Cesaro is, but what is his character? Can you explain to me what Cesaro's character is? You just can't. You know, you need to have a particular quality and thing about you. Like Dean Ambrose, he's the crazy guy. Roman Reigns, he's, you know, the big dog. You know, he's the guy that never gives up kind of thing. He's like Cena. And, you know, Seth Rollins, you know, a bit of a weasel, a bit of a backstabbing guy. He's a bit sly and vindictive. So, you know, you can see these characters, but Cesaro, he's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong. But you just need to have a bit more than swinging a guy around the room and uppercutting. I've always had this thing where I feel that we need to see him do something. I'm liking his originality with coming out with a suit and ripping the suit off and all that. That's cool. Like, maybe that's another step to him finding who his true self is and what his character is. I know they call him the Swiss Superman and all that, but it's like, it's cool. It's cool. That's cool. But I think I need to see a lot more. I need to see him kind of open up more. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of my feelings on Apollo. So he needs to find himself, and I look forward to seeing him do that. Not saying that Cesaro hasn't really found himself, but I feel that he has just a way to go to kind of see his character develop more. Anyway, next was Cena versus Styles. Now, this match was amazing. It was. It was really amazing because at the start, I worried a lot because when I was watching the match, Cena was being slow and Styles was being slow. They both were being pretty slow, and I was worried. I sat back and I was like, "Oh, shit, this is not good." They're about 10 minutes into the match and they're still being slow. And I thought, "Oh shit, I wonder what's going to happen here. Hopefully this isn't a slow, boring match." And you know, Cena was... I kind of get why they were doing that, because Cena was kind of portraying the can he still hang with the new era kind of thing. and that was cool. And at first he was really selling moves well, like the calf clutcher and everything like that, and he started limping and it looked like it really had done damage on him, and he was just really overselling everything. And yeah, so the match started off slow, but it got better, and it just become this amazing match of just these two guys that are absolute complete legends doing some of the craziest, awesome moves I've freaking seen. And, you know, they're bringing out the signature moves and everything, and kicking out so many great false finishes, because these two men know how to deliver a false finish and do it justice. So they really tore the house down, and I thought, okay, it's going to be hard to top that. It's going to be hard to top that. And so next, after Cena versus Styles, Styles won, of course. I'm going to just say that. Styles won because the referee got inadvertently knocked down. It wasn't a purpose thing, it was an accident, and the club had capitalised on that. They ran out and they grabbed Cena, they put him in the Magic Killer, they connected, and they ran out of the arena. But before they ran out of the arena, they put Styles on top of Cena. And it takes about a good 7 or 6 seconds for the referee to get in the ring. And I think, oh, this is the moment where Cena's going to kick out, because this is what happened at, you know, Extreme Rules last month. And, you know, referee, 1, 2, 3. Cena doesn't kick out. And I'm thinking, oh shit, okay, that's it. Damn. So, you know, it was a great match, but the finish was just it wasn't by AJ, it was just by his club, and you're gonna have people saying now, oh, he can't do it on his own, blah, blah, blah. And AJ's gonna be like, no, I didn't want the club to help me. And it's kind of going to be that on Raw. Oh, I didn't want the club to help me. Oh, yes, you did. No, I didn't. And it's just going to be this whole, you can't do it on your own thing. And we've seen it before, guys. It would have been great to see Styles and Cena just go at it one-on-one, man-to-man. But I understand that they want to drag this out and they want to make this a bit of a feud. So, with Styles being the heel, the dirty heel that he's turned into, and he's always been a dirty heel when he goes heel. Yeah, so Styles being a dirty heel, he needs to basically, yeah, do that, be a dirty heel. But next match. What do we have next? We have the ladder match. Wow, guys, I'm really impressed with this one. What a fucking match it was. I'm not joking when I say that this ladder match, is the best ladder match of all time, and I'm not putting it lightly. I didn't think it would be that great, but wow, these guys delivered, and it wasn't only just the best ladder match of all time for me, it was the best Money in the Bank ladder match of all time. It was the best Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time. And it was one of the most hardcore matches I've seen on a pay-per-view since Mankind and The Undertaker's King of the Ring 1990, I think it's 1999 and 1998, where they had the Hell in a Cell match. And wow, they didn't need to use blood, but you could see by the way they were perfecting the moves, the way their bodies were landing on the mat, the way their bodies were landing on the ladders, the way they were striking each other. These guys were hardcore. They were flat out hardcore. There's no way around it. Yeah, it was really impressive to see these guys and what they did. it was just crazy. There was a spot where Owens, I was actually really worried about Owens because Owens got like this freaking slam down on the mat by Sami Zayn, but no, it wasn't on the mat, it was on the ladder. But the ladder wasn't lying down; it was on its side like that, sticking up. And it was the edge was sticking out like that. And Owens' back, his spine comes down on it really fast and hard, and you can hear the impact. And he wasn't moving for about a solid good 20 seconds, and I'm thinking, what the fuck, Sami Zayn? Bree, my brother, we were all saying, what the fuck? Bree, I pointed at you, and I said, my brother, I pointed to the other room, because Dylan's in the other room. Yeah, we were all shocked. We thought that he had some spinal injury. And yeah, so it was a shock to see that, but yeah, it was a great match. I'm not kidding, guys. Like, you look at the way these guys handled it all, and crazy, just amazing spots. But Ambrose came out with a win. I'm not going to get into all the spots because it's just too much, guys, and this review would go on forever, and I don't want it to go on forever. But I'll get in the main event. Main event started really slow, and Roman was very dominant. I'd say for a solid good 15, 16 minutes, Roman is dominating the match, and Seth Rollins is looking pretty weak and beaten down. He looks like the injury is still present, basically. And Roman pretty much just looks like this bully in a schoolyard, beating the crap out of this guy. And he's literally talking shit to Rollins the whole time. Rollins isn't saying anything back, but Roman's saying, "Oh, you ready now? You ready now?" Slapping him in the face and just acting like this horrible, nasty, disgusting heel. And I'm like, what the hell? Because before Money in the Bank went on air, before the pre-show even happened, I saw this promo where Rollins is getting ready, and he seemed very much like a face. And then I saw another one where Roman's doing this promo, and he seemed like a heel. And I was like, wow, this isn't right. They built up the match like Rollins is the heel and Roman's the face, and now they've just all of a sudden switched, and it just didn't feel right. It just feels like there's real dodgy writing going on here, guys. Like, really dodgy decision making. But yeah, basically halfway through the match, Rollins comes back. He starts garnering a bit of momentum, and he, basically gets going on a roll. And then the match is pretty much even. And then, an accident happens. The ref gets knocked down again. And, there's a bit where Roman spears him, goes for a pin. The ref gets in. He's like, 1, 2. Rollins kicks out. And it's like, oh, shit. Because we thought it was over. And, it basically got down to a bit where Roman's going for a spear, and when he's going for the spear, Rollins catches him, bang, pedigree. Catches him in a pedigree, so he's going for a spear and he lands into Rollins' pedigree. Rollins goes for a pin, Roman kicks out, and then, it's like, oh, that's not much of a shock really, because, Roman keeps kicking out of everything. We thought that was it. Thought that was the end. But, Roman each time kicks out. But you can see Roman's stuffed up at this point, and Rollins picks up Roman again, pedigrees him again, and that gets the job done. So it was a cool way to win. Took him a fair bit of effort, but he got the job done. And Rollins beat him clean. There was no dirty decision making about it. It was great that he beat him clean, because I was worried they were going to do the whole heel thing and he was going to just win in a dirty way, but nope, he won clean. There was a moment that kind of contributed, what I think contributed to Roman's loss, which was the bit where he runs into the barricade and he spears his own self through the barricade, because Rollins walked away and he walked out of the ring. He's like, hand me something to the ring bell guy, and Roman comes out of the ring and he sees what Rollins is doing and he goes to spear him to the barricade, and Rollins moves out of the way, so he kind of suckered him in. And after that point, Roman's kind of acting very dazed the whole time, and he's acting very weird, overselling, and the doctors are all, it's like 4 doctors trying to grab him and stuff, and he's like doing this and like trying to wave the doctors off. But yeah, then he kind of shakes that off, and the match continues, and then the ending happens. So Rollins is celebrating, and then out comes Ambrose. Ambrose comes out in the briefcase, and it's pretty much what we got promised by Ambrose on Raw, and it comes true. Ambrose wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So the championship changed 2 times in one night. And now Rollins is a 2-time champion, but his second reign was obviously so freaking short. And Ambrose is now having his first ever reign with the WWE Championship, and just hopefully it's not boring. Hopefully it's something that we can all watch and be proud of. But yeah, hopefully it works. I hope it works. You never know with WWE how everything will go, but I think we're in for a pretty interesting Shield feud, which might carry on to SummerSlam. It might just happen at Battleground and that's it, and then they'll go with a different opponent for whoever's the champion to build up a massive match for SummerSlam. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, guys, that's my review of Money in the Bank, and I think it is the best Money in the Bank pay-per-view of all time. It's the best pay-per-view of this year, and it had some of the best matches that I've seen in a while, and that ladder match is the best ladder match of all time. You're not going to get better than that, so I recommend you watch it. If you've got the network, check it out. If you don't have the network, try and watch it somehow, because amazing event. Anyway, guys, I shall leave you, and I will talk to you later. Please subscribe. I've got more of these reviews coming, and starting a talk show soon. I'm going to have some guests come on, some well-known guests, MMA fighters, wrestlers. Yeah, that's the goal anyway. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.